Back on the show is Ricky Simone, who's going to be fighting for the vacant LFA Bantamweight title coming up here at LFA 29 on December 15th. He's going to be taking on UFC veteran Chico Camus. Ricky, how's it going?
It's going good. Thanks for having me back on.
No problem. It's good to talk to you again, and what a great opportunity you got here for LFA, and we'll talk about that in a sec, but I think a lot of people watching this will probably remember you for fighting on the Contender Series in your last fight. You got the split decision nod over Donovan Frello. I know you didn't get the finish, but were you happy with your performance in that fight?
Not initially, but after going back and watching it with my coaches, yeah, I mean, I think I did a lot of things well. I mean, it was a little bit of a weird format fighting on the Contender Series. You know, they kind of wanted you to kind of just go for broke, it seemed like. But no, we had a good game plan. It worked out. It was a short notice. It was a short notice fight. So, I mean, because all things considered, I think I performed well.
Yeah, I thought you did as well. Now, did you think you were getting the UFC contract after that, or were you a bit worried because it went to the judges' scorecards?
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it was a weird format. I kind of knew what they were expecting, and my initial thought after was like, damn it, I don't think they're going to sign me off of this one.
Did they at least give you any feedback from the fight?
Yeah, no, I made it a point to go up and talk to them and ask them, hey, what do you guys want me to do? You know, I'm 10-1. You know, I have some good wins over some good guys, and and yeah, I got some good feedback. Same thing as I've been doing, just staying ready and hoping for an opportunity, and that's what I'm doing, and I've been staying ready since then. I've basically been in training camp, just ready to go. So once I got contacted by LFA and told me I had this big opportunity to fight Chico Camus for the LFA world title, and I was like, all right, well, this will do it.
Yeah, it's one thing to make your LFA debut. It's another thing to be making your debut in the main event for a title. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, I'm assuming. How did this all come together with you, signing with LFA?
My manager just reached out, and that's I've been wanting to fight for LFA for a while. It's one of those promotions that's just been on my radar. It's one of the better promotions out there. They're a great feeder. So, my manager just contacted me, and I was like, yeah, I definitely want to fight for LFA. If it's not going to be for the UFC, LFA is, the next best thing, getting to fight for a great feeder. And then, I found out I'm fighting for the title and then fighting a UFC vet, Chico Camus. So, it is great opportunity, and there's no way I was going to say no to that.
In some ways, are you looking at this as another sort of audition for the UFC? I mean, the Contender Series is one thing, but LFA title holders, they generally go to the UFC. I mean, we've seen at least 3 or 4 title holders this year get promoted. Is that kind of how you're looking at this fight?
Definitely. I mean, if you I'm on a good streak right now. I have coming off a good win, and I feel like with a win over with Chico, I'm definitely going to be getting the call. And same with Chico. I mean, he's 4-0 since he's been cut. He's had great performances. He's doing great. So I feel like he's in a good spot too. So this could be, either one of us, the winner's going to get signed.
Yeah, it's certainly a good matchup. And, of course, Chico, he's moved up to bantamweight his last couple of fights. He's fighting for the bantamweight title here. I think most people, when they think of him as a flyweight because that's where he fought in the UFC. But how do you feel like you match up against him in this fight? You mentioned him being undefeated. I mean, he's a tough guy to fight.
No, yeah, I love watching him fight. When he was in the UFC, I remember thinking, like, man, this guy's badass. He's a great fighter. But, I like my odds against any bantamweight. I feel good. I feel strong in there. I feel well-rounded, and I've been able to dictate where the fight goes in my previous fights, and I think I'll be able to do the same against Chico.
And who have been some of your main training partners that are helping you get ready for this fight?
Well, I actually just got back from Hawaii. I went and trained with Hawaii Elite MMA.
Oh, awesome!
For my camp, they got Tyson Nams, was one of my main training partners here. He moved back home, so we've been training back and forth lately. So I went and trained with him, and they got a couple of UFC guys, Russell Doan and Louis Smoka, and then they have awesome guys who are like in the same position as I am, up and comers like Ian De La Cuesta and Martin Day. So I had some great rounds out there, great looks for Chico, and now I'm back home training back at Gracie Barra, Portland, and I'm training under Fabian Schurner and Ian Loveland. So we've been making it work, and things have been going great under them, and I've been with Ian Loveland since before I even turned pro. So, I feel like I have all the confidence in him as a coach. So, so I feel great. I feel prepared. I just wish the fight was next week. I'm already starting to feel skinny. I'm starting to feel ready. So I'm just ready to go.
How'd you survive a Thanksgiving? Because, there's all that turkey and gravy and pumpkin pie and all that. You seem like you got through it.
Yeah, no, I grew up wrestling, so Thanksgiving's during wrestling season. So my entire life,
There you go.
I've had to miss out on that anyway. So it's not a big deal for me.
What's going to be on the cheat meal list after the fight? Have you sort of mapped that out yet?
I'm just a fat kid at heart. I'll probably definitely be just eating ice cream or something. I definitely like to get bougie over here and take my girlfriend out to Portland and find a nice French restaurant, and we'll probably spend way too much money and eat some good food.
You got to do that though, man. You got to do the nice date nights every once in a while. Then it keeps everyone in check, and it's you're doing your duties, as they say.
Yep, have to.
Yeah, I know what that's all about. How do you see this fight ending on the 15th? I mean, you're going to win, but how do you sort of see it unfolding?
No, like I said, I think Chico's very tough. I think it's going to be a great fight, but I think I'm going to wear him down, and I'm definitely going to be going for the finish. I need a finish. I need to cement the fact that I can hang with top level guys and finish top level guys. I think I've been having dominant performances over top level guys, but I need to maybe show that I can finish. And I know I can, especially with 5 rounds. There's no way I shouldn't be able to finish someone with 5 rounds. Even you see my last fight against Donovan, I feel like he was starting to wear in that 3rd round. I ended double leg ride, and I was going for the finish at the end there. I feel like I'm going to do the same against Chico and get a finish late in the 3rd, early in the 4th.
And you train with Paige Van Zandt, and I know she's got obviously a big following, and I know she was giving you some props, shouting you out on social media and stuff. I know heading into your last fight. Do you find that, people you get more followers and stuff that way, just with her presence, kind of, giving you the props and everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to have a push from, people who have a great name. We have those veterans in our gym. I'm not someone who likes to try to ride the coattails. No,
of course not. No, if anything, she's giving you the props. It's like, it's kind of, I like the fact that she's sort of acknowledging you and giving you the push, because you got a great record, and it's good to hopefully, people start knowing you as a household name.
Yeah, no, and she's been great. I actually get to train with her quite a bit because, I'm bantamweight. She's moved up to flyweight, right? So I get some good work in with her. So that's awesome that, she did that. And yeah, I definitely got a good push after she, give me a shout out for that last fight. So yeah, that's much appreciated. And Chael Sonnen's always been kind of promoting us up and coming guys on his podcast and stuff, which is awesome. It's always great to get those pushes from those veterans and those people who have a great following, and teamwork makes the dream work. So it's been going good, and I love my team over here in Portland.
What are you watching on TV right now? Any Netflix, any Hulu, anything like that?
I'm kind of I'm looking for a new show, and I've binge watched enough that I haven't really been watching too much TV as of late. So you can never go wrong with reruns of Friends or That 70s Show. So that's kind of what I've been kind of stuck on. But I've been looking for a new show. Do you have any recommendations?
Oh, geez. I'm trying to think what I've been watching recently. I mean, obviously everyone's watching Stranger Things. That's sort of like the happening thing. I like a lot of documentaries and stuff. So I don't know if you like any of that stuff. There's one called The Confession Tapes, which is about these people who have basically admitted to crimes, but all the evidence shows that they haven't done it. Have you seen that yet?
No, my girlfriend was just talking about it when I was in Hawaii. She said she was binge watching that. So that's something I've been wanting to watch too.
And what's kind of neat about it is the first episode, I grew up in Vancouver, British Columbia. So the first episode is actually about these 2 teenagers from North Van who went up to Seattle and, they committed this crime. And so it was kind of close to home hearing that. I know you're from Portland, which isn't that far away from Washington State. So you might find that interesting just a little bit. I don't know, because every episode's a different case, which is kind of neat.
No, yeah, that's all. I'm actually from Vancouver, Washington.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
In Portland. So yeah. She was actually telling me about that. Yeah, I'll have to jump on that and start binge watching it. I'll probably finish it by tomorrow.
I don't know if we talked about this, but do you have people say, "Hey," when you're like, "Hey, I'm from Vancouver," and then do people get it mixed up, saying, "Oh, you're from Canada"? Do you ever get that a lot when you tell people that?
Yeah, we talked about that last time. Yeah,
we did. Yeah, I just want to. Yeah, I couldn't remember now because I obviously we don't get it up in Canada. If you say you're from Vancouver, they know that. But I imagine in the States, maybe some people would think Vancouver, Washington, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting that they're so close together. I don't know. I thought that was kind of neat. But
almost always they think I'm talking about Canada. So I usually just say Portland.
Yeah, exactly. It just avoids the whole awkward conversation. But everyone's going to check out this fight, man. It's LFA 29 coming up here December 15th, live on Access TV. Ricky, it was great chatting with you again, man. Just to remind people where they can find you on social media. And if you've got any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours, man.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ricky Simone 135. I have a fan page on Facebook, just Ricky Simone. And I would like to thank my sponsors, King Craft, CNA Roofing, Bad Fish, Greener Carpet Cleaning, Northwest Masonry, Bridge City Fight Club, Evolution Healthcare and Fitness, Bulletproof Media Group. Hopefully I'm not forgetting any. I probably am. Sorry. But yeah, thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it. Having me on, man.